Ladies and gentlemen, you guys already know the NFL draft is actually today. I'm recording this today. I'm going to upload this today. And you guys already see the title of the video. Going back to sports a little bit, I'm going to talk about 5 players the Atlanta Falcons should most definitely draft and 5 players that I ultimately think will probably get drafted to the Atlanta Falcons. But of course, before I get right into this video, make sure to like, subscribe, turn the notification bell. You guys help me out a little bit. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, for the first player, we have Alabama wide receiver Jamison Williams. Jamison Williams stands at 6'2", 189, great size for a wide receiver, had 79 receptions, 1,572 receiving yards, and 15 touchdowns, arguably the most productive wide receiver in college football last year. Jamison Williams is absolutely amazing. Now, there are only a couple of things that I see negative, but of course, first getting into a side note, he did transfer to Alabama after 2 quiet seasons at Ohio State, and injuries have been an issue. Actually, he's suffering from an ACL tear right now that he had in the national championship, It's rumored to not really be that bad, though. He's rumored to be healing very, very well, very, very quickly. And there's even some rumors flying around that Jamison Williams is not going to have to miss any time in the NFL, which is always a really, really good sign. I really like Jamison Williams. He is a game changer. His speed is amazing. He also can return kicks. His hands are absolutely immaculate. He went to Alabama and instantly became one of, if not the best wide receiver in college football. I think Jamison Williams is definitely a guy the Atlanta Falcons need to have their eyes on. Now, of course, going to number 2, the number 2 guy I think the Falcons could possibly draft, we have Garrett Wilson. Now, Garrett Wilson, not quite stature-wise the world's greatest and most physically attractive receiver, if you will. He's not physically attractive to scouts. However, 6 feet, 188, decent size, has 70 receptions, 1,058 yards, and 12 receiving touchdowns. Now, of course, some side notes. His production may look a little lackluster, but you have to remember, this guy played next to 2 1,000-plus yard receivers at Ohio State last year, one of them being a draftee, Chris Olave, actually coming out of the draft this year. He's probably the most skilled wide receiver in the entirety of the draft. I think Garrett Wilson is absolutely amazing when it comes to his skill. He can do everything. He can change the game with his speed. He can catch the ball very well. He's great at run after the catch. He can get contested catches pretty well. He's a wide receiver that can do pretty much everything. He's also super athletic and could easily be the best wide receiver in this class. Garrett Wilson and Jamison Williams are the 2 top targets that I think the Atlanta Falcons have on their draft board. One, we need a wide receiver, a guy on the outside that can help with Kyle Pitts and help get him open, and they can kind of play off of each other. I think Garrett Wilson and Jamison Williams both do that very, very well. I think Jamison Williams is a little bit better. However, I will not mind getting Garrett Wilson. He hasn't had any injury issues. He's relatively healthy. He's really, really skilled, more skilled than probably Jamison Williams is. Garrett Wilson, in my opinion, is the next best thing. Now, going down to number 3, we have Malik Willis. Now, Malik Willis, not quite the quarterback's body, only 6'1", 215. However, his statistics are pretty good. 207 completions, 2,857 passing yards, 27 passing touchdowns on only 12 interceptions, and completed 61% of his passes last year. Now, of course, I have to start off with a positive. His arm talent is absolutely amazing. Malik Willis has some of the best arm talent that I have seen in the past couple of drafts, and no doubt has the best arm talent in this draft. However, he does raise some questions. His accuracy is not always on point, and his level of competition definitely raises some questions. Of course, he transferred from Auburn all the way to Liberty, which you know is lower division than Auburn as of right now. Not lower division as in D2, but lower division as in, they don't play in the SEC, arguably the best conference for college football. So, most definitely, Malik Willis does have some questions. However, in terms of upside, I think he is the best pick in this draft. I think Malik Willis has the most natural talent and upside of any quarterback in this draft and maybe even the last 3 drafts. Malik Willis is absolutely amazing. I'm a huge fan of him. I would not be mad if the Atlanta Falcons took this pick, stashed him for a year or 2 under Marcus Mariota, and really, really developed him. And I think if he gets that development, he can be quite possibly the best quarterback in the league one day. Now, of course, going to number 4, we have cornerback Derek Stingley. Perfect body for a corner. 6'1", 195 is nearly perfect. I'm getting his stats from his 2019 freshman year because the last 2 years he's been a little lackluster, injured, all that. In this freshman year, this guy was arguably the best cornerback in the land. 38 tackles, 6 interceptions, 15 passes defended. His measurables are absolutely amazing. Getting into some side notes. His measurables, 6'1", 195 and runs a sub 4.4 40 time, that's absolutely ridiculous. I think Derek Stingley is physically the best corner in this draft. He is 6'1", 195, has amazing ball skills. At LSU, you already know they develop DBs and cornerbacks very, very well over there. I am a huge fan of Derek Stingley. I think he can possibly be a huge, and give a huge positive impact to a team that needs him. Now, of course, the Atlanta Falcons already have an all-pro level cornerback, in my opinion, AJ Terrell, and they just got a cornerback in free agency, Casey Hayward. So Derek Stingley may not necessarily be needed as of right now, which is not bad. However, that's why he's all the way down at 4. I don't think we quite need Derek Stingley as much as we need these other positions. Now, going to our last guy, number 5, we have defensive end Kayvon Thibodeau. Now, Kayvon Thibodeau, 6'5", 220 pounds, physical beast. Had 49 tackles, 7 sacks, and 12 tackles for loss the last year. Physically, once again, the most talented player in this draft. 6'5", 250, runs about a 4.6. He is absolutely the best player in the draft when it comes to physicality. He is a physically attractive guy to scouts. I mean, scouts love what he has to offer on the physical side of football. So I definitely think that is going to play a huge factor. If he gets pass rush moves, man, like you watch Kayvon's film, and it's not all the impressive. It's not amazing when you see his moves, when you see his physicality, when you see the impact he has on the game. That's amazing. But he doesn't have a huge plethora of moves, and I think if he can get like a spin move or a swim move at the defensive end position, I think that's going to make him one of the most dominant defensive players in the league. He has the chance to be a complete generational talent. He has all the measurables. He just needs to avoid injuries. He got injured this year. He got injured last year. Got injured, like, he's been getting injured a lot. And that's definitely a concern when you're in college. The NFL is much more physical than college. So I definitely think that raised some concerns. However, in terms of physical ability, in terms of game changing, I think Kayvon Thibodeau is most definitely one of the best, if not the best players in the draft. And if he wasn't injured, he'd probably be the consensus number 1 pick in the entire draft. Kayvon, if he gets a chance to develop, he will be the best player picked in this entire draft. But of course, that's going to bring an end to a pretty short video. The Atlanta Falcons have a lot of options to choose from. You guys heard mine. You guys seen the mock drafts. The draft is coming up probably in about 1 to 2 hours, depending on when this video drops. However, thank you guys for watching. Of course, TikTok, Spotify, Instagram, all those things are going to be in the description. And of course, if you could subscribe, if you could follow, that would be very appreciated. Thank you for watching. Make sure to stay loved, stay blessed. I wish you nothing but the best, big bars. And of course, I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching. They have great music taste. J. Cole, Kendrick, Tyler, the Creator, all those guys, they can make a case, all of them can make a case for an elite top 3, in my opinion. But either